What is a profession that you would never date? I dated a cop for a while and it was a nightmare. He was a genuinely good guy, but the job ruined him. He was constantly stressed and anxious, always on edge. He'd come home exhausted, but couldn't sleep because he was so wound up. He'd pace around the house, jump at every little noise, and couldn't relax. He'd have nightmares about things he'd seen on the job and would wake up in a cold sweat, shaking. He started drinking to cope and it only made things worse. He'd get angry and lash out at me for no reason, then apologize and cry, saying he didn't mean it. He'd have panic attacks and couldn't breathe, and I'd have to hold him and calm him down. He was terrified of losing his job, but also terrified of going to work. He'd call in sick and stay home, but then feel guilty for not being there for his team. He was stuck in a never-ending cycle of fear and guilt, and it was tearing him apart. I tried to help him, but I couldn't. He needed professional help, but he refused to get it. He said it would make him look weak, and that he couldn't afford to lose his job. I eventually had to leave him for my own sanity. It broke my heart, but I couldn't watch him destroy himself any longer.